Welcome to W&L Sports Weekly. I'm Kevin Finch. This week we will visit with senior wrestler Clay Chadwick, senior women's basketball captain Jordan Diehl, and senior swimmer Caroline Baber. But we start with a look back at some of the recent results for W&L athletics. In the weekend prior to the Thanksgiving break, women's swimming won the Franklin and Marshall Invitational, while the men's swimming team placed fourth overall. Both basketball teams played in a tournament at Marymount, with both going 1-1 overall. The women fell to Catholic and then beat Eastern, while the men were defeated by Rose Hulman and down Ramapo. Both teams also played on the Tuesday prior to Thanksgiving as well, with the women defeating Mary Washington and the men falling on a buzzer beater to Southern Virginia. Junior Carolyn Todd competed at the NCAA Championship, placing 148th overall, and football traveled to Mount Union, falling to the Purple Raiders in the opening round of the NCAA tournament. Men's soccer continued its march through the NCAA tournament, defeating Christopher Newport and Messiah to advance to the NCAA Final Four. And finally, wrestling had 4 place winners in the Star City Open and also defeated Ozarks to improve to 3-0 on the young season. Joining me now is Clay Chadwick, a senior member of the wrestling team from Arlington, Virginia. Clay, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Glad to have you here. So far, so good is how I would describe the team's season to this point. You're 3-0, including a win over a top 25 opponent. How happy are you with the direction of the team so far? And how can you live up to that preseason pick as the top team in the Centennial Conference in the coaches poll?
I mean, it's been great to have the team perform so well. I think it's indicative of the growing roster and having multiple guys who can come in, because we've had some wins. Like, of those wins, we had the starting lineup not always be fully complete. And even though we had guys who were able to come, weren't starting, we had guys come in and they're just as good and able to get us those wins. It's pretty awesome. I mean, we've seen the team just keep getting better and better each year, and it's really exciting. I'm really happy with how we've been doing so far. And as for the pick is the head for the Centennial Conference. I mean, that's exciting. I mean, we won the last time, and it's just something we want to continue doing, but it's not something we try to, let get in our heads too much. Just try to keep wrestling every day and getting better.
As an individual, you're already 10-3 overall. How do you feel about your season so far?
I mean, it's great. It's great to have wins. Wins are awesome in wrestling. It's a great feeling to get your hand raised at the end of a match. But it's always moving forward and always looking to bigger accomplishments. I mean, it's great to have that kind of, record right now. It's been, I've been getting better each year at having a higher winning percentage, which is awesome. But just looking forward to keep pressing on and getting through this season and make that number bigger, and looking forward towards the postseason at the end.
So a personal question for you. It's your season. You are in season and you're in training. Mm-hmm. So how did you do with the mashed potatoes and other temptations during Thanksgiving? And how can you maintain weight through the rest of these holidays?
Well, I mean, as a heavyweight, my weight class cap is 285, and I'm sitting around a comfortable 250, so 30 pounds underweight.
Okay. I
get a lot of leeway with what I get to eat, but I still try to eat healthy. At Thanksgiving, I did have some mashed potatoes. I did load up a little bit, but with a good workout the next day, we were able to keep myself on track, and I consider myself one of the luckier guys not having to cut weight every week. So it was good, and just looking forward to keeping in shape and keeping strong throughout the holiday season.
Well, great, and look forward to hearing more about your exploits as the season continues. So good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Here with me now is Jordan Diehl, a senior basketball player from Springboro, Ohio. Jordan, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Glad to have you here. Team is 3-2, coming off a big win over Mary Washington just before the break. As a veteran senior, how do you feel about the team's performance in November?
I think we've made huge strides in just 1 month from that first game against Mary Baldwin to Mary Washington. I think we've made huge improvements, have really kind of started to gel together, started to settle into our individual roles and learn how each other plays. So I think it's really exciting how much progress we've made in 1 month. To see just that and how much more we can make in the rest of the season to get ready for ODAX.
Well, speaking of the rest of that season, what will it take to maintain a winning record with all the normal distractions you have in December, even if COVID isn't the biggest distraction, to try to keep it going?
I think just kind of taking it one day at a time is the most important thing. In December, we only have 5 games, I think, so having large gaps where we're only going to be practicing or even taking time off for finals, it's just going to be important to make sure when we do get a chance to get into the gym that we're really focused. And I think just taking every opportunity we have as a blessing, because we can see what COVID can do. So just being really excited when we do get the chance to practice and be with each other, making sure we're being as productive as we can.
You're one of 4 seniors on that team, and as I understand it, a 4-year starter. So that's a lot of leadership. The 4 of you providing a lot of that leadership. How important is that with this program as you move forward? You know, you guys survived COVID, dealt with all of that, all the kinds of other distractions. How important is that leadership that you all provide?
Yeah, I definitely think that having such a strong senior class is really valuable. All 4 of us have been contributors since our freshman year. All 4 of us even earned a starting spot at some point as first years. So having such a strong class, I think, is really valuable for our underclassmen to look to as leaders. And with last year being just an 8-game season, and then having our juniors who as sophomores had such a short season be expected to step up as leaders now that they're upperclassmen, I think would normally be a challenge, but they've been able to look to such a strong class of leaders, and I think that's helped them make that transition. And it's been really exciting to see them also stepping up as leaders. So I think the 4 of us, with having our junior season cut short, have really been focusing on not taking anything for granted and being really excited about the opportunity we have this year. And I think that's kind of inspired our underclassmen to do the same and has helped us be so productive so far.
So, you know, a lot of times they would call a point guard, you know, the floor general. You're the floor general, which is good because you're the generals, so that works out really nicely. So what do you see as your role? Because you all do more than that. I mean, yes, you're running the offense, you're pushing the ball around, but it seems like you're everywhere. What's your role on this team?
I think my role kind of just depends on who we're playing. I mean, I just kind of do what I'm asked on any given situation. It can be something different. We are lucky to have so many people that are versatile and can play multiple positions, with Megan probably doing the bulk of the point guard work, but I'm willing to step in there if we need to settle down, or you know, if we're getting a little out of hand, then I'll maybe try to control the offense in that way. But I guess I'd see my role as just doing the little things, getting rebounds.
I was going to say, you know, you're out on the perimeter, but I see you crashing the boards a lot. You picking up some of the scraps that come out. You're all over the floor.
Thank you. Yeah, I just try to do what I can. We have so many talented scoring options, so contributing in other ways I think is really valuable.
Great. Thanks for being here with us.
Thank you for having me.
Now joining me is Caroline Baber, a senior swimmer from Richmond, Virginia. Welcome, Caroline.
Thank you.
Before the break, your team won the Franklin and Marshall Invitational. So how do you think the team was able to earn such a big-time prestige victory like that?
Yeah, I mean, the F&M invite is always a big meet for us. It's nice to be able to swim some out-of-conference teams because we don't normally get to swim them in dual meets during the season. So, and then it also sets us up well for the rest of the season, I think. Just our previous dual meets leading up into F&M sets the precedent for the rest of the season. And then also getting to suit up for that meet is always nice, put on our fast suits and just kind of see what we can do at this point in the season. So I think it was super nice. Sets a good tone for the rest of the season for sure.
So I want to get this right. You're a 5-time All-American, 2019 ODAC Rookie of the Year. So you're qualified to answer how you prepare for the bulk of the season because you had that kind of leadership, that success. So how do you prepare for the ODACs and the NCAAs, which are looming in your future?
Yeah, I mean, for me, swimming comes down to a lot of the little things, both in and out of the pool. Just trying to stay healthy, especially given last year we didn't get to have these big championship meets. So I'm just excited to get back in the water in ODACs and then hopefully NCAAs at the end of the season. And then also our team this year is a lot bigger than it has been in the past. And so it's just been super fun to enjoy spending time with my teammates. Again, like I said, it's my last season. So just trying to spend time with them. My teammates motivate me both in and out of the pool each day. So just getting close with them. And then we have a really big freshman class, which has just been nice. They bring a whole new energy to the team. So just spending time with my teammates and getting ready for the championship part of the season.
So how about some specific goals, if you have any, for the team and for your own performance this year?
Yeah, I mean, so much of swimming is going personal bests. Best times are always nice at the end of the season. So for me, I guess just best times would be awesome to end out my last season hopefully go back to nationals in March. And then a big team goal for us is both to send as many people to nationals as possible and then also just reclaim the ODAC title because last year we couldn't go. So just looking forward to getting back in there and hopefully reclaiming that title.
Great. Thanks for being here, Caroline.
Thank you for having me.
It's time now for a look at the upcoming week. Tonight, men's basketball hosts Lynchburg, while women's basketball travels to Shenandoah. On Friday and Saturday, the men's and women's track and field teams open their indoor seasons at Roanoke College for the Bast Kreger Invitational, while wrestling returns to action at the New Standard Invitational hosted by York College of Pennsylvania. On Friday, the men's soccer team travels to Greensboro for an NCAA semifinal contest against Connecticut College. Saturday will feature a pair of basketball games with the men hosting Randolph and the women entertaining Guilford in Holcamp Gym. And last but not least, if the men's soccer team wins on Friday, it will compete in the NCAA championship game on Saturday evening at 7 p.m. against either the University of Chicago or Amherst College. For W&L Sports Weekly, I'm Kevin Finch. Thanks for watching.